Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about inheritance concept in the second unit. So what is inheritance is? So basically, for example, see here I have a program class A1. Class A1 is contains two methods M1 and M2 methods, and I class B1 I have a requirement of M1 M2 also. That's why I have rewritten the M1 method M2 method in class B1 also. Then after that I have M3 method and my own B1 class own thing M3 and M4. So we have requirement of the M1 M2. We have rewritten the M1 M2 in the B1 also. Now I have a class C7. Class C7 is having exclusive methods M5 and M6, and also whatever the code we have written in B methods we have written in the B1, those methods also required in the class C1 also. That's why I have rewritten the code. So what is the problem in this particular approach is, so whatever the code we are using written in the B1, the same code also written in the C1. So what happens is, the drawback of this particular approach is automatically it increase the code length and also it causes the redundancy. So to avoid this particular code length and redundancy problem, Java is proposed a concept called as inheritance. What is the advantage of that is, so now I have a class A1 having the M1 M2 methods, and I have class B1 it is having M3, but here also I have a requirement of M1 M2. But how that particular requirement is solved, waits for some time. And also I have my class C1 which is having the methods M5 and M6. So how, but we have a requirement of M1 M2 M3 and M4 also in the C1. So how this particular purpose is solved is by using inheritance. Here we can use a thing called as extends A1. We use a keyword concept called inheritance. How inheritance is getting the properties from child class. So what we can do is we can write like this: my class B1 extends A1. My class B1 extends A1. Then automatically like that class C1 also extends B1. Class C1 also extends B1. So by that automatically the methods which are there in this, so class B1, so when you write class B1 extends A1, what will happen is the methods of M1 M2 will be available to the class B1, like that. If you write class C1, extends B1, if you write class C1 extends B1, what is going to happen is the methods M1, M2, M3, M4 are also available in the class C1. They are also available in the class C1. So this is how we are going to solve this previous problem. Due to that, we are eliminated the concept problem of code length and also redundancy. So what is simply what is inheritance is, whenever for example someone who sees the child, this child, they tell that, hey, you are looking like your father, you are looking like your mother. Why? Because the child will get the properties of the parents. Child will get the so it is nothing but the inheritance. So what is inheritance is, if a child is getting the properties of the parents, then that is called as inheritance. Same way here also the super class parents. So what is the super class or base? So here we call the parent class as the base class. Our parent class is called as the base class, and this particular child class we are going to call as the derived class. So the base class properties are inherited to the base class properties are derived to the child class or derived class. Parent class property derived to the child class, or base class property derived to the derived class. So this is how we are going to achieve the, so here child class is called as the derived class and parent class is called as the base class. So any name we can call. So our base class is also called as super class, and also derived class is also called as the subclass also. So with the different names, so we can call. So now let us look at what is basically definition of inheritance. Inheritance Java is a mechanism which one object acquires all the properties and behaviors of the parent object. So that's it. So whatever the, so in terms of programming, every object is having its own properties and behaviors through the methods. So those all methods and properties through variables. So in terms of that, properties means variables and behaviors are methods. So every object, variables and methods will be taken by the child from the parent. That is nothing but the inheritance. So the idea behind inheritance is that you can create new classes based upon the existing classes. So whenever in existing classes, methods and variables you need to create again those variables and methods in that class. Just you can take it from the existing classes. So why we use inheritance? The main purpose behind inheritance is the first we are going to achieve the concept called as method overriding. So this is how we are going to achieve runtime polymorphism, and also we can achieve code reusability. So to reduce the length of the code, whatever the code we have already created, that code we can be easily reuse with the help of the inheritance. So how we can achieve the inheritance in programmatically is by using a keyword called as the extend class. So what we can do is, here we have a class subclass name and we have our superclass. So between our subclass and superclass we use a keyword called as extends. So with the help of the extend, the superclass properties and methods variables can be inherited to the subclass. So this is how we write the program. So for example, see this particular how we can represent pictorially in the inheritance is, here I have a class called as the employee class. The employee class properties are inherited by the programmer. Between these, so this particular rounded rectangle is representing this particular class. So class name is employee and its class is having a variable called as salary. It is having a variable salary type is float. And I have programmer class. It is having its own variable bonus, which is of type int. Now the employee class properties are inherited to the programmer class. Employee class property inherited to the programmer class through inheritance. So basically the inheritance is called as compile time mechanism. The inheritance is called as the compile time mechanism. A superclass can have any number of subclasses. Remember, a superclass can have any number of subclasses. There is no constraint. But a subclass can have only one superclass. This is because Java does not support multiple inheritance. So what is the thumb rule in the Java programming language is, a superclass can have any number of subclasses, but a subclass can have more than one superclass. That is, a child cannot have more than one parent, but a parent can have any number of childs. So that is about. So we write a basic simple program to understand how the inheritance is going to be worked out. Let us see the program. So the same diagrammatic program we try to modify. I have a class called as employee class. So the employee class is having, so the employee class is having a variable called as float bonus. So is equal to some 4000. So it is having only that bonus variable only. Now what we are doing is we are writing another class, that is programmer pro. So it is having a method int salary. Int sal is equal to, is having a 25,000 salary. Now what we can do is, here is we try to sum up. I required one more variable, that is total. Now what we do is total is equal to, we write the variable declared inside the main method, and salary is equal, total is equal to bonus plus sal. Total is equal to bonus, but bonus variable is not in the programmer class. It is not in the program, but how we can inherit it is by using the extends keyword. Class pro extends emp. Class pro extends emp. Then automatically the employee variables and methods will be inherited to the pro class. Now, so first of all, we try to I put comment here. We try to compile the program. Now, how we need to save the program? With this program, need to save with the pro. Why? Because the main method is in the pro class only. That's why we need to save with the name pro.java. Now we try to compile. I have shown how to compile the program within this 8+ software only in the previous classes. So now I am compiled the program. So compile shows error, cannot find symbol. Which one? Variable bonus. Why? It doesn't know what the salary, the sal variable I have declared here, but I am not declared the I have not declared the bonus variable any in the pro. That's where it is. Now if I remove this particular comment, if I extend the employee class, again the compile the program. So now it is showing two variables. So it is showing one error where non-static variables bonus cannot be referenced from uh, static constant, and also it is showing an error incompatible possible loss of conversion float to int. So what is it is the bonus I made as a, so first of all remove this. So now if we compile this program, see what are the errors. So one more error is coming. So what is this error? Non-static variable bonus cannot be referenced from a static constant. So why? Because here the variables cannot be used directly. We cannot do like this. So how we have to write a proper? Let us remove this particular int cell. Through objects only we have to access them. So int salary is equal to 2000. So that it should be outside your main method. Then and also now what we need to do is declare the total also at the class variable only. So I will discuss while discussing static, I will clear that particular dot. Not now, at the time of discussing static concept I will discuss. Okay, now what we done is, now we need to create the object for our class pro. P1 is equal to new pro of. Now we are created the object. The same statement will modify like this: p1 dot bonus plus p1 dot sal and p1 dot total. Now see this. Now try to compile this program, and also we print this particular total also. Print total salary. Total salary is plus TOT. So not TOT, P1 dot TOT. So if there are not static variables, compulsory we need to access with object only, otherwise causes error. Now compile the program. See, our program is successfully compiled and we got the output. So output we got 29,000. How we got this output is, so here the bonus is not in the pro class, but where is the bonus? Bonus is at the employee class. So the employee class variables are inherited to the child class. So to extend to, why? Because my pro is extending the MP. That's why the bonus variable is available to the bonus available to the pro class, and that's why available for my pro class. What I have done, I have created the object, and with the help of the object I called p1 dot bonus. Then why? Because p1 dot bonus will come is directly from employee class inherited to the pro class. That's why p1 dot bonus available in the pro class. So after that I declare p1 dot sal and p1 dot tot is equal to this. How I done. Now I will show you how to access the methods also. Now how we can access. So now for example we try to print bonus. Void show bonus, that is the method name, and let us have one simple method to do that. System dot out dot println. So bonus is bonus. So okay, done. Now we call this particular method from the child class. So how we are going to call p1 dot, so we do here. So p1 dot show bonus. So actually the bonus method is not in the pro. So p1 object, so p1 object is belongs to the pro class. In the pro class I don't have any show bonus, but how I am getting that is, so through the inheritance. So now let us compile this program. So there are errors. Now it I'm printing the bonus is 4000. How it is possible is, so the show bonus method is accessed from the child class. So this is how we can call the variables of parent class and variables of the parent methods of the parent class by using a concept called as the inheritance. So next concept is, So we completed this one. Next concept is, basically inheritance is classified into three categories, that is single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. What is meant by single inheritance is, if you have a class A, and I have a class B, but a class B the child, so if there only one parent and one child, this relationship is going to call as the single inheritance, whatever the previous program we have done. So we have pro class and we have employee class. Employee class inherited by the program, that is called as, that is example for single level inheritance. And now this is multi-level inheritance. What is multi-level is, here class A is having a subclass called as B, and B is having a subclass called as C. Like that I have a multiple levels of things. So that is called as multi-level inheritance. Next one is hierarchical. A parent is having two subclasses. That we are going to call it as a hierarchical inheritance. So next one is multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance. What is multiple inheritance is, a child is having two parents. So this is not possible in the Java programming language. Why? Because it causes a problem called as ambiguity. For example, if your class A is having the method, for example, p of, and class B is also having the same method, p of, from child, if you call the method p of, then the compiler confused whether I need to call the p of method in the class A or I need to call the method of class B. So like that, the ambiguity problems will arise in the Java programming language while you calling the methods. That is the reason why it is not possible the multiple inheritance in Java programming language. Next one is hybrid inheritance. What is hybrid inheritance is, it is a combination of both hierarchical and multiple. So this particular inheritance is what, a parent is having two childs. So this is multiple inheritance, and here one child is having two parents. So here, sorry, this is multiple, and one child is having multiple, and this is your hierarchical inheritance. One parent is having two childs. This is possible. So what is hybrid inheritance? Is a combination of both hierarchical inheritance and multiple inheritance. Combination of both multiple inheritance and hierarchical. So if you combine both, it is called as the hybrid inheritance. So now try to do the one program for, so whatever previously we have the multi-level inheritance, then you can understand how we can implement multi-level inheritance. What is simply multi-level inheritance is, now for example here you are having class pro, now you have another class. So let us remove, so what we can do is take salary and remove these all the stuff. We put these all in another class. Now here I have a class P1 extends pro. Now automatically all are available to my P1 class. Now here we create the object for the P1 class, P1 new P1, sorry, P1 P is equal to new P1 of. So we create the object for the P1 class, and here what we can do is, we try to create one variable here, p1 dot into tot. So p dot tot is equal to p dot bonus plus automatically inherit, that's why. So simply we modified, and p dot show bonus method and print p dot total. So now we'll compile this program. I think no errors are there. So we done successfully. I think one error is there, end of the thing. So here I need to put one. So whenever you missed the flower bracket, it breaks or is going to give error or reach the end of the file while passing. Note down the errors. Remember the errors, that will be useful while you are doing the many programs. So now my program is successfully compiled. Now I executed, then it's showing me error. Why? Because see this error. Main method not found in the class pro. Please define the main method as. So what is the problem is here is I saved the program with pro.java, but I have the main method in the P1. So it is expecting the main method should be in the pro class, but the main method is available in the P1. Let us save this particular program as P1.java. Then that error will be removed. So that's what I'm telling you. So whatever the name with you save the program, in that class itself you should have your main method. Now compile the program. Now execute. Now the program is successfully executed. So it is a program of multi-level. What is multi-level? First I have a class EMP. Class EMP is generated to the class pro. Pro is generated it, and again pro is generated by the P1. So multiple levels. So same now we done. So this is how we are going to implement multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. So next concept is we try to modify the we try to write another program multiple. Sorry, next we try to go with the hybrid inheritance. What is hybrid? Sorry, not hybrid, hierarchical inheritance. What is hybrid? Hierarchical inheritance is a single parent class have multiple childs. So we put the name same, hybrid. So this is the parent class which is inherited by the subclasses. Now here I have int bonus is equal to 2000, and I have salary. Sal is equal to some 5000. So now we are having, now let us close. Now this particular variable is inherited by the two subclasses, class child 1, class child 1 extends hybrid, and class child 2 extends hybrid. And now we have one methods void show child 1. We are going to print system dot out dot println. So what is the variables are there? Bonus comma bonus bonus is bonus plus sal. Now let us close these methods. Copy the same method in your child 2 also. My child 2 is also having the same. Now what we can do is we write one another class for accessing these all classes. Class driver, my driver 1. So let us remove here. Now we create the object for child 1. Child 1 c1 is equal to new child 1 of, for child 1 we create one object, and like this create the object for the child 2 also. Child 2 c2. So child 2. So now with the help of the objects c1 dot, here also we have that child 2, c1 dot show child 1, put semicolon, and here also c2 dot child. Now try to, now how we need to save the program with the name driver 1. Control C, save that program driver 1 dot java. Now compile this, compile the program. It is showing 5 errors. I forgot somewhere the semicolons. So that is why the error is occurred. So now compile this program. It is showing 3 errors. Somewhere I miss the driver one. Class driver one. I think here I have extra brace. Let us remove that. It is showing 3 errors. Again, class hybrid. Okay, child one. Hybrid open brace close child two. Okay, brace close driver one main method. Everything is good about this. And where is the error? Child C1. No, everything is fine. So we forgot to spaces here. Now the name is also changed. It is capital H hybrid. So now try to compile the program. So it is showing us 6 errors. So by resolving the errors, we can solve the most of the problems. So our problems are solved, and now we try to execute the program. So it is showing us the bonus is 2000, salary 5000, so like that. So now what is this is our hybrid program, whatever this particular class thing is inherited by the two child class, child 1 and child 2. The same parent is same for the both child 1 and child 2. So this is the example of hybrid inheritance. So next coming classes we discuss the remaining concepts. Thank you very much.